Hello and thank you for tuning in to Embracing My Melanin. It's your girl Rochelle, and in today's video I am going to be doing a quick first impressions on the Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation. I know that the liquid foundation just launched maybe a couple of weeks ago, but I picked this up in my local Ulta. I picked this up in my local Ulta maybe 3 weeks ago, and I'm just cracking it open to see how it does on my face. Now I will say, here is the finished look. If you want to see how I got this look and some of my first thoughts on the powder, please stay tuned. Okay, so the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation, it is available in 15 shades, and it also retails for $32. I got mine from my local Ulta here in town. I did not know that it was out or even that it was coming out, but it's here, so I just had to try it. Just had to. Okay, here is the packaging right here, and the box. I got mine in the shade Rich Neutral, which is the second to last deepest shade that they have available. The next shade that's available is the shade Mahogany. Okay, so I'm going to just open this up, and it's the cute packaging. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says "Kind is the new pretty." That's pretty. That's nice. Okay, and here we are. This is my shade right here. Well, the shade that it came in. I'm not sure if it's my shade, but the shade that I chose. And it does come with a little puff sponge thing underneath. I will not be using that today. So let's go ahead and see what it does. Okay, I have already primed my face, just to let you know. So here is my face after I have applied the powder all over my face. Again, I use the IT Cosmetics 206 Buffing Mineral Powder Brush. I use this usually when I put on a powder foundation. This is the brush that I use. I find that it does give me just a little bit more coverage. Now you can use this foundation. You can use this foundation by wetting a sponge and then applying it if you want to have more coverage. I don't ever use my powder foundation like that. I feel like if I have to use a wet sponge to get more coverage, I might as well use a liquid foundation. So I don't do that, but if you do that, know that you do have the option to use a wet sponge to get more coverage. So, but here is my face. Okay. Let me read some of the stats on this really quick, okay? Okay, it says this vegan powder player has medium buildable coverage and shows a little extra love to combination oily skin peeps. Keeps oily gals matte all day and feels like nothing, okay? It says it helps covers redness, hyperpigmentation, blemishes, and more without looking cakey or dry. Clay helps balance skin so makeup lasts up to 12 hours, and the peptide complex helps soften the appearance of fine lines and pores. Okay, now with all that being said, I can honestly say that, you know what, it did cover, it did blur out my pores some, okay? Not totally, but it did blur out my pores. But you know what? Just looking at it, I can say if you do have, just by the overall first impressions on it, I can say that if you do have dry combination skin, or at least mostly dry skin, make sure that you have no dry patches on your face or any dry spots on your face. I do have one over here. You probably can't see it, but I do have, I do have one right here, and this powder is clinking to it. Now, mind you, I have not finished my face. I have not put a setting powder, a setting spray on my face. So I'm going to finish my face real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, and here is my finished face, the finished look right here. Okay, what do you think? I think it looks good. I like it. So far, it's not cakey at all on my face. It's not overly drying on my face. It's very lightweight, which I really and truly love. Doesn't feel like my pores are clogged or anything like that. And I love a lightweight, very nice powder look on my face on those easy, simple days, like I said before. So here is the finished look. Now, it does claim to last up to 12 hours. I'm going to be out probably for like the next 6-7 hours. So when I come back, I'm going to show you my finished face, show you how it lasted and how it works out in the elements. It's still kind of early here, even though it's a very dreary day outside. I'm going to see how it lasts, and I will be back. So stay tuned. All right, I am back, and here is my face. Okay, take a look at it. And I've had this face on since around about 4 o'clock, and right now is just hitting 1 o'clock in the morning. So I've had this on for a while to have a very clear thought on what I think about the Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation, okay? So my first thoughts off the bat when I first put on the foundation was, even though it wasn't cakey or heavy on the skin, I will say if you do have dry skin like I do, I have dry combination skin. If you do have dry skin, I would highly suggest that you do put on a moisturizing primer, because I put on a smoothing primer, the No Problem primer by Touch and Soul. And even though it glided on effortlessly when I was putting it on, I will say that it did cling to some of my dry patches on my face, some of the dry patches that just weren't moisturized enough, and it did enunciate them just a little bit because I do have dry skin. So with that being said, most definitely put on a moisturizing primer on your face, or make sure you exfoliate your skin very, very well before putting on a powder foundation. And that's for any powder foundation, not just this one. After having this on for 8-9 hours, could this last up to 12 hours on my skin? Truly, I believe it could. It's just breaking up just a little bit, not breaking up, but my oils are just beginning to pop through on my nose right here, but it's not popping out anywhere else on my face, like my cheeks or my forehead. So as of right now, seeing this and seeing how it looks, it could possibly last a good solid 12 hours. It lasted a good 8 to 9 so far, with my nose only getting not even that really that shiny. It's just a little bit. So it could possibly last a good 12 hours on dry skin, mind you. But I can truly say when it says it's medium to buildable coverage, I would say more so to the medium more than anything. The buildable is just a little debatable for me, because even though it does cover some of my hyperpigmentation, I can still see it. I can still see it on my face. I'm not sure if you guys can. I can still see some of my blemishes underneath. And I really concentrated in trying to cover it up, and it just didn't cover it completely. If you're looking for something just maybe a little bit more buildable, as far as if you don't like medium coverage, if you want more full coverage, you might want to try it like they said by using it with a wet or a damp sponge and then building it up so that you get more high coverage or full coverage on your face. You might want to try that. Okay. Next would most definitely be, it only comes in 15 shades, okay? And even though I found which would have to be a very true match for my skin tone, the rich neutral for my skin tone, oh my God. When I was applying it, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I had a very hard time even seeing that the product was going on my face because it blended and it matched my skin tone so well. I was very shocked by that. So I will say, even though there's one shade darker, okay, so Tarte, we're getting better. There's one shade darker. I will say that, of course, there needs to be more shades. And I can honestly say 15 shades, is that enough? Of course not. It's never enough, ever. But I will say that I think they're going to extend their range. Again, hopefully they will soon, because they have extended their range on their Amazonian Clay foundation finally, also with their Tarte Creaseless Concealer, of course with their Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and of course they just recently relaunched after the travesty of last year with the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. They just came out with a more extensive line of the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. Would I recommend this powder? Truly, yes, I would. I think it blended, like I said, it was very easy to blend out onto my skin. It was nice. I mean, like I said, the color match for me, and this is shocking for me because I rarely find anything that matches me perfectly. It was just flawless and it was just beautiful. Okay, but those are my final thoughts on this particular powder here today. If you like what you saw here today and you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below, and please subscribe if you like my particular brand of crazy. And hopefully I will be seeing you very soon in the next video. Have a good night.